For today's measuring lesson, we're going to ditch the tape. How do you get really tight-fitting miters like the pieces that I put in here the other day on this mock-up panel? That's a pretty common question to get from the DIY folks. So today we'll talk a little bit on the best way to get accurate measurements on small pieces like this and how to make accurate cuts. So if you're an experienced tradesman or carpenter, this lesson won't be so much for you. So don't be all in my comment section. This is why your nephews don't talk to you no more. You're insufferable. We're going to replicate this right here in this box. I already took this piece of cove molding and put the 45-degree angle cut on the left side. So what you want to do is just put this in place and mark it right where it is. Take this piece, put it right in place here, and while it's in place, go ahead and use your pencil and make a mark right where you want your cut. By avoiding pulling out your tape measure all the time for these small repetitive cuts, you're going to be more accurate and it's going to be faster. Let's see how we did. That's the kind of fit you want. So marking small pieces right in place rather than measuring them is one piece of this equation. I would say the second part of this equation is actually making the cut. Let me show you something over here on the saw. Let's say that this is the line that you want to cut on, okay? And this piece is your throwaway piece. You want this bit right here. When you take this piece to the saw, you got to remember the saw blade itself has a particular thickness to it, sometimes as much as 1/8 of an inch. So you don't want to just take this up to your saw and sight down the blade and say, oh, okay, I can't see the line, blah, there, make your cut. You need to be more accurate than that. What you really want to do is make sure that the very edge of your blade is right on that line, and the blade itself is going to take away its material off of the piece that you don't want, so that the piece that you're left with is truly the right length. This edge of these teeth to almost cut your pencil line in half. That's the kind of accuracy you want to aim for. But remember, the saw blade itself has a thickness to it. So guys, when possible, on these small delicate pieces, these small delicate miters, mark the pieces right in place when you can for accuracy. Ditch the tape measure. Just mark it right in place when you can. And once you get over to your saw to make your cut, remember that the blade itself has a thickness, and you want the blade on the right side of the line.